Hey guys, Money Maniac's coming back to you today, and we just wanted to continue on with the history videos, but today we're going to dive into a couple of pieces of fractional. Now, they did make a lot of different fractionals throughout the dark part of our history, which now I'm talking about the Civil War. But I want to use two specimens today of and give you some details on them, and we're going to explain why they used them and different things like that. And I'm even going to get in depth of who's on them, why they put them on them, things like that. So we're going to start off with the first one is going to be this 5 cent fractional. Now this is the I believe the fourth issue, and really this one, the gentleman's name in the picture for those that don't know, his name is Spencer M. Clark. Now the he was pretty much self-proclaimed. He was the superintendent of the National Currency Bureau, uh, and he made his own decision to print his own face on the U.S. currency. No one really could argue with him, and it was hand signed by him by Spencer M. Clark, Assistant Treasury. That's who he was. He wasn't. He, I find it kind of funny that you kind of back then just like, I'm just gonna put my own face on this and they're just gonna like it. Like, wow, talk about egotistical. But that's my opinion. You can have yours if you like. But the reason they made fractional currency is because during the Civil War, they had they had a coin shortage, and we had a coin shortage because of two reasons. One, they were melting them down for bullets and different things like that, but also because there was a coin shortage. People started hoarding them. They started to not spend them. They started to use dollar bills if you had them, or they'd use credit, or a big thing back then was bartering, and they would just hold their coinage because they didn't know which way the economy was going or how it was, if it was going to collapse, what was going on. And I'm talking about not people that are fighting the war, but people that are just at home wanting to know what's going on. And it's not like it is today where news can travel in a matter of seconds. You had to wait for uh, telegraphs. That was the biggest thing back there. Newspapers, which were not up to date. You thought they were at the time, But we're not going to dive into that today, but we're just going to dive into these. But that's why they made fractionals. They made the 5 cents, they made a 10 cents, they made 25 cents, 50 cents. But they made different issues. They made one first, second, third, and fourth issue. Now, this here is, I believe, a fourth issue. Um, and just so you guys know, he was the superintendent from 1862 to 1868. And he had no authorization from his superiors to do this. And I still find it funny that he went ahead and did it. But that's just my take on this. But that's why, in a nutshell, why they made these. And now they're very collectible and sought after. Um, of these here. And the second one we're going to dive into is this right here. Now this is the fourth issue. These are two different 10-cent fractionals, but you're like, but money, they look the same. Well, yes and no. If we really dive in to looking the same, I don't think it's going to show up here. If you look at a different video, I've said this before in a different video, but this one here is on more of a rag paper. We can try to get that. Let's see if I can get let's see if we can get the rag stuff in there. Oh, my camera. Got decent cameras and they still don't pick nothing up. Let me check the back. So let's see if we can try to get some of this rag on there. See what's going on in the background. Give me a minute, guys. Sorry about this. We can't. Oh, we can over here a little bit. Okay, so you see those in there, that's like rag lines. Those are the red and blue rag lines. For those that have seen like the 1899 bills, the Black Eagles, the horse blankets, things of that nature, you'll see the red and blue. That's what this one has. Um, Now, the lady you see on here, this actually is just one of the renditions of which we have many throughout history of Lady Liberty. This is just a what they call a Liberty bust or a bust of Liberty. So this is one of the renditions of Lady Liberty. Um, and this one here was made on rag paper, like I was saying. And camera today. And this one here was made on what they had, a pink paper. Now, they're not type 1 or type 2. This is just how they were made, depending on what paper was available at the time. But they were made on two different papers. So, in today's market, you would have almost a type 1, type 2, if you will, or you would have a issue 1, issue 2, things of that nature. But yeah, so that they really use these. Now with these, it's kind of funny because this red seal is actually 2 centimeters around, or yeah, 2 centimeters around bigger than this one down here. It's hard to tell next to them, but if you really put them like on top of each other, if I had better specimens, we'd be able to do that. And I do apologize for not having those. And it does say redeemable for, let's see if we can, I'm really trying to get this so you guys can see this. This camera is just not cooperating with it. Receive for all United States stamps. Now, another reason that you would hear these called postage currency, because they did make these, and the postage had back then had a big part to play in making these, because people were sending stuff all the time, and postage was like as big as a bank back then, and so they had kind of a say into making these, and so that's why you see some paid in postage stamps, some will say paid at the U.S. Treasury, things of that nature. Like this guy right here, it says depositories, Treasury, United States. It's, you know, but it up here, it still says receivable, come on, receivable for all U.S. stamps, fractional currency. So basically the government was saying, and the postage was saying, that we will accept these as currency, or as national currency for U.S. stamps. Act of March 3rd, 1868. Well, they're like, but the Civil War was over in 65. Well, this is very true. But it took them a while to get the coinage back in circulation, so they were still making these for a while. That's why we have first issue, second issue, third issue, and fourth issue. They were using these all the way up into like 1872, 71, 72, somewhere in that nature. But just a little bit of history of what's going on with some of the fractionals. I do have them in these harder plastics, not because they're in the best sought after condition, but just you can't hurt these. So I like putting them in some hard plastics like this. And I come to find that the baseball screw down holders, or the magnet snap ones, are really good for these, because some are squared, some are more rectangle, and this is just my little tidbit of, that's why I use these. Just like this is for like a double baseball or football or sports card holder, but it makes just a great holder. So maybe an idea for you guys, if you have some fractional, like, I really want to put them in something better. Well, these are very inexpensive. I'm not promoting any store. However, I did get these at, I got this at Hobby Lobby, and I actually got this at a coin show. I mean, I got these for a couple of bucks. So, I mean, really a cheap way to go And so, if, make you look at your Hobby Lobby a little differently, a little bit there. But or other card shops or anything like that. I don't want to promote just one store. They're not paying me to do so. But just letting you know what I do when I get them. Just because you can see they're already frail. They're not in the best condition. They're still pretty good. I've seen some a lot worse. I've seen some a lot better. So I've put this kind of in the middle. This one's a little better on the better end of instead of the middle. But it's just my way of saving history to where it doesn't hurt anything. And I sell them like this. That way, the collector that buys from me can decide, well, I'll keep it in this the way he has it, or I'll put it in my book, or I'll put it in whatever I have. But anyway, I don't know why I got off on that rant, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of the history of the fractionals here that I had. I am going to do some more as I get them in. I don't want to bombard you with all the fractionals at one time, or all the treasures banks, or everything at one time. I'm going to give it to you little bits at a time, so to get a little bit more in depth of it, so you guys can hopefully learn something more about it. But all right, well, guys, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you would, please leave me a comment in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Click that bell. It really helps out our algorithm. I haven't been posting videos for about a year now. I'm just now getting back into it. So I'm really trying to get those the analytics back up to where I used to have it. If y'all could help me out with that, that would be wonderful. So until next time, guys, this is Bunny Maniac signing out. Y'all have a great day.